I got all the best cases for the Google Pixel 8 Pro, from Bellroy to Google to Mouse to Spigen to Caseology to even generic cases from Amazon. I'm showing you each case in detail with my honest opinions of each, from most expensive to cheapest knockoff, so you don't waste your money on the wrong one and you keep your new Pixel protected with peace of mind. So when you're looking at a new case, there's expectations or criteria the cases need to meet, and those are quality, style, durability, and cost. For example, we'll look at a cheaper option from Amazon that I found versus some of the top cases from Google themselves to see if you're really gaining anything by splurging on Google's own case. And since the Pixel was changed to a flatter edge this year, your previous cases from last year just won't work with it. So starting with Belroy, these are known as the most premium leather cases. This is the taupe leather case, the most expensive case I purchased in the video, but there's a lot of great details put into this. There's a felt interior to protect the back of the Pixel, which is really important because it has this matte finish this year that feels like it could scratch easier than last year's glass, or at least it would be more noticeable if it did scratch. In the case, it's a really slim low profile. The raised edge is a little thicker than I expected, and I'd like it to be a little more flush with the screen, but it still feels nice. The buttons on the side are a really nice and premium look. I'm a big fan of how these look and feel. Right away, I'm interested in this visor, which is known to collect a lot of dust. Belroy did a nice job here of covering that edge to edge, and as a whole, I like it. I still wonder if the edges will collect dust, but time will tell on that. So overall, the back of this case is minimal and really feels nice, and if you're looking for leather cases, I think this is a really nice option. There's well-fitted cutouts on the bottom for all of the ports and speakers. The other sides and top don't really have anything notable here. Overall, I'm really happy with it. This is the most expensive case, but it really fits nicely into that premium cases market if you're looking for a new leather case. So next up, we've got Google's Genuine case. I'm really excited to see how it compares to other premium cases on the market. It slots in a little cheaper than Belroy, and it should be the standard for all other Pixel cases given that it's first party. This one's a really sleek profile that I like. It's got a felt lining on the inside. You can see it making marks here with my hand, so I really feel already like this one will do a good job protecting your phone. In the case, this one feels most natural, perfect fit, low profile. The edges around the screen are still shorter, still protected, but still feels like the edges of the screen are accessible. The buttons on the sides are really premium looking. They look and feel a lot like the buttons on the phone itself, which I personally really like. I don't want to sacrifice on the quality put into the phone by covering it with a case, so this is a really good compromise. They're still incredibly clicky as well, which is great. The back looks good, and the visor has a really tight fit, which doesn't look like dust will actually get into the top and bottom, which is good to see. Overall, it looks really sleek and has this sort of silicone matte finish on the back, and it's really nice. This so far is my favorite, and I'm really impressed with Google here. I'm excited to see if anybody's actually able to top this level of quality. Nothing new on the top of this case, but on the bottom you can see the cutouts, which are perfectly centered and perfect for fitting a USB-C cord. It has the precision that you would expect from a first-party case from Google. This is a really good choice if you want the most precise fit and a premium but protected feel. Next up is Mouse, and I'm really excited about this brand. I've used them on past Pixels, I've used them on iPhones, they've always been relatively good. It's a similar finish to Google's, you can see here, but much slimmer. On the inside, you're seeing the felt finish and the addition of MagSafe, which is an amazing addition, by the way, to have on Android phones. I personally feel like this should be embedded on every single case that's out there, and it's huge for additional functionality with MagSafe accessories. In the case, you can see it's really slim around the borders. You can still feel it pop up from the screen, but they do a good job of making it really low profile. It maybe doesn't feel as protected, but overall great for just covering the phone. Looking at the port cutouts, it seems like the cutouts are too wide and not centered. Not the end of the world, but it takes away from this premium feel for sure. And then getting to the side of the phone, it's hard to tell, but it's a similar story here with the cutouts being too wide for the buttons. Maybe it's making it easier to press when you're holding the phone, but it just feels like the case isn't truly made for the phone. The back looks sleek like you would expect. It's a thin case and it's still covering the visor well. Overall, this one is slim and it will cover your phone while keeping a low profile. With MagSafe integration, it's handy, but it's not as high quality as the others that we've seen. Next up, we've got the Aught Plus case. This is a cheaper option from Amazon, and I'm fairly confident this is something that you could find cheaper on AliExpress. It's just a generic brand on Amazon. It's a silicone case I picked up because I liked the style, I liked the price, it's got MagSafe integration, and it's got these squared off edges to make the phone feel sturdier if you don't like that traditional rounded feel of Pixels. Putting the phone in the case, you're getting a tight fit, reinforced impact absorbing corners, and a very sturdy feeling phone with the flat edges that's sort of this mix between rugged and stylish that I really like a lot. On the other side, we've got fully covered buttons that are really responsive, and they actually have engravings for the power and volume buttons, making it really easy to tell which is which. You've also got a section for a string at the bottom if you wanted to add that for added protection. Nothing special on the ports at the bottom, but they are aligned much better than Mouse's case. Then on the back, you're getting this really nice boxy style, especially around that visor, and the translucent back with MagSafe. So overall, this one is changing the style of your Pixel, so it depends on your taste, but I really like that look and feel of this case. It's rugged, but without adding the bulk that a lot of cases would, and with the new flatter screen this year, a flat style to the case just makes a lot of sense here. Next up, we've got Spigen. They have a track record for high quality cases with different styles and patterns, and you can see with the geometric etching on the back, and on the inside you've got the added protection here. Already you can see this is one that it's going to be a lot of added protection and style. With the phone inside, it feels more bulky than the first couple of options, but still feels very premium. On the side, you're getting the button that covers where the power has grip to differentiate between the volume buttons. The back looks incredible here with the etched design, but what I really like is the visor treatment that's completely covered around the cameras versus just opening the whole visor. It has it engraved around the lenses and looks really nice. This is my favorite camera treatment by far. The buttons on the sides are really clicky still, and I'm not sure if you can see this on camera, but the added grip pattern in the side makes it really easy to grip the sides of the phone that are typically really slippery. I think those are important, especially because this case is very rounded as a whole. If you didn't have that, I could see this being very slippery. The ports are cut out really well here. Overall, it does feel bulkier than other options, but I think it feels a lot better protected too. It seems like a really good mix of added protection versus everything else we've seen without sacrificing on the style. Last up, we've got the Caseology case, and this is another silicone matte finish, but you can tell it's going to be a more plain version of what we just saw with the added protection inside. With the phone inside, it definitely feels more traditionally rugged. It's got a really nice looking buttons on the side, and then on the back, a sort of matte finish with a camera treatment that's much more unique, but looks more reinforced compared to everything else that we've seen. The ports on the bottom look like a good cutout here, and overall just feels a lot bulkier than the others that we've seen, but again, it does truly feel like the most protected out of all of them. One thing I don't think that you can see on camera here is the grips on the side that are etched in here. It's really subtle looking, but you can really feel this pattern and the added grip here, and you can tell it's on both sides, just near the bottom where you would naturally grip. I don't think this case is the most stylish, but it does offer peace of mind and drop protection, so that's worth noting here. Now, we've went over a lot of cases here, and I wanted to sort of divide these into sections to make it easier to understand and to pick from. So you've got this selection of premium stylish options, then you've got a more rugged selection depending on what you're looking for. So for stylish cases, Belroy was your best leather option, hands down. It did a great job with the buttons here. It's the most expensive, but it's clear why. Mouse was the slimmest case in the lineup. If you really want a slim feel with the added MagSafe, it's a nice addition to the lineup. But because of how slim it was, it also felt somewhat cheap to me, and it wouldn't be my first choice for a stylish case. Google turned out to be my favorite option here, with the perfect mix of style, great choice of materials, and the buttons on the sides were the most similar to those that are actually on the phone, making it feel really natural. Obviously, this is a first-party case, so you have high expectations, but I think Google did a perfect job delivering on those expectations, and so this is my top choice for a stylish case this year, and the one I'll be using moving forward. On the rugged side, we've got Caseology, Aught Plus case, and Spigen. Caseology was the most plain in my opinion, but also the bulkiest. I really feel like this is the most rugged option, but I found the design bulky and boring, so it really wasn't the choice for me. The Aught Plus case delivered a much more unique style that I think a lot of people are going to like. It added the MagSafe protection, the squared off corners. I think it's a really good contender for people and will probably be popular this year. Then of course there's the Spigen case, offering much more style with the unique camera treatment. This is the rugged option that I'll be using due to this great mix of style and durability without making it too bulky. So these are my two favorite options, the Spigen and the Google cases. Let me know in the comments which case that you liked the most and which one you're actually going to be picking up. Also, let me know what you want to see in a long-term review of the Pixel, which is coming later this month to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.